What's up, guys? Sam Benzer here for another video. Today I'm here with my wife Bruna, and we are going to be talking about the 50-50. I'm going to give you guys a roadmap for passing the 50-50 guard in the gi. Remember, in the gi. Some of these techniques will translate to no gi, but when you add the element of the inside heel hook, potentially the most dangerous submission in no gi jiu-jitsu, then things have to be different because we have to defend our lower body. There has to be other steps taken to prevent that. But in the gi, I don't know any rules set where they allow heel hooks in the gi. So the threats are the toe hold, the estima lock, the knee bar, the ankle lock, which are all viable threats. I've seen terrible things happen from those submissions, but we can avoid most of those, especially with the control of the cloth. So today we're going to be going through a few different passes. So some of them are going to be very similar to others, but we're going to be lacking elements of control. So for example, we're going to do one pass where we control the sleeve, but then we're going to do almost the exact same movement without controlling the sleeve. So without further ado, I'll stop talking. Let's get into it. So first, we're going to start in the 50-50. So what is the 50-50 if you don't know? The 50-50 is when her legs are locked around my leg and my leg is locked around her leg, right? So as I said earlier, in no gi, the threat of the inside heel hook is a huge threat, and in my opinion, it's a more severe threat than things like the straight ankle or things like the estima lock. So with that being said, let's discuss how we would escape this. So in my opinion, 50-50 gets a really bad rap. I actually think it's relatively easy to escape from the position and to create some kind of chaotic movement so that you can have a scramble. I don't ever panic too much when I'm in this particular position, unless it's in no gi and I know the guy's really good with lower body attacks. So let's discuss what I like to do. Let's assume first that I'm not able to get the sleeve, right? If my legs are locked, that's a great thing, right? Her legs are locked, my legs are locked. There's not as much of a threat of submissions. What if she has like an ankle lock grip on mine? That's okay too, right? We can still apply a lot of these escapes even if she has that. So the first thing I need to do, let's assume she has an ankle lock grip or my legs are locked, is what I want to do is I want to turn to my left hip. My left hip because that's my free leg. I never want to really turn to my right hip unless I'm trying to attack her leg with either a knee bar, an estima lock, or something like that. If I'm trying to stand and escape, I'm going to need to ultimately be on my left hip. So, knowing that, I like to pull her knee into me, and I like to bring my left leg tight to my butt as much as I can so that I can rock up over it simply, and I'm going to fall to my left hip like so. While I do that, if she's threatening the ankle lock, I want to make sure to get my right foot flat on the mat. She's going to be trying to prevent that by lifting her hip and lifting my foot. So lift your hip and lift my foot. So be aware, right? So I might need to lean forward so that I can get my foot or my heel on the mat. Okay? Once I'm able to get here, guys, I'm going to bring myself far to the left, and I'm going to start to walk my hands up, like so. Very far, guys. As far as possible. Okay, I'm going very slow for the sake of demonstration. And yes, there is a chance that she throws this hook inside my far leg, like that. We can cross that bridge when we get there. I actually don't mind for the most part when they do that. It opens up some opportunities. Let's go back. But assuming I was moving quicker, it would be harder for her to do that. Once I get to here, I'm going to posture up. I want to posture up to the point where her heel passes my hip. Okay? Once I do that, that's going to be my opportunity to start to open and untangle these legs. I need to get behind the heel of her left foot because that's the one that's clamped over her right foot. Okay? I'm also going to cup with C-cup grips under her heel and under her ankle. And I'm going to push my knee forward as I push her leg. Okay? I'm essentially going to stack her. Okay, once I stack her, I'm going to quickly throw her legs back and step into a knee on belly. And I'm going to get really, really low so that she can't bring her legs back. So that's our first option. So again, we're in the 50-50. We're here, she has the ankle lock. I turn to the side, walk, 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 walk. Stand up, posture way up, push on her legs, stack, throw by, and then very quickly I need to get low so she can't re-invert. I just don't want to fall and put all my weight on her. I'll pay for it later, guys. So, the next thing is my personal favorite from this same scenario again. So she has my ankle, right? She's starting to attack. I turn to the hip. Guys, if you don't want to walk yourself up and risk that exposure of the far hook, you can do a technical stand-up by using your left arm, your right foot, assuming that it's flat, lift your hip, bring your leg behind you. So again, movements that we know. Now I want to walk up into her and posture up straight. Once I posture up straight, I want to break the legs. Once I'm able to break the legs, guys, I'm going to bring my left knee behind the crook of her right knee. And then I'm going to fall back. Okay? So look. Okay, if she keeps my foot, that's fine, guys. Look, bring this arm over. Okay? I start to extend. Keep my foot. And then look, guys, I'm going to lift my butt, turn my foot out, and do what I call a reverse knee slide to clear the leg. And now I'm in the leg drag position. Most people will let go of your foot. If they're really adamant about keeping your foot, you need to get comfortable doing that reverse knee slide where I can slide my leg out. So one more time. We're here in the 50-50. This time we don't walk our hands up too wide. We do a technical stand-up. Sit up, get close, right? It's very important that I push my knee forward so that her knees go past her head, guys. Now I bring it here. Now my leg comes in. Most people give up here and they let go of the ankle and try to shove their legs back. As they do, we fall here, okay? Now look, I bring my leg over, okay? And now I'm gonna start to come up to my right hand and I need to do that reverse knee slide. Okay, if she keeps the ankle really tight, guys, from here in this position, you can try and break her grip with your hand. If you're unable to break her grip with your hand, you can swim your arms back inside and you can pull back into like an outside ashi position, and now you're almost back to where you started. Okay, so there's not much threat. That's a little bit of an advanced take on the position, but you guys just have to understand what you're trying to get, what you're risking, what the reward is, and how you can backtrack and go back to where you were so that you're not risking too much. So now let's get into some other variations. So now we're here in the 50-50, and we're going to talk about controlling the sleeve. These are the preferred methods to attack because then you can just avoid the ankle lock as a whole. So if I'm able to, I like to always control this sleeve. There's several reasons I like to control this sleeve. Initially, I like to control with my right arm. First one is very obvious. She can't attack my foot. So if I control this sleeve, my foot is safe. Okay? Now, if she starts to stand up on me, start to stand, I like to keep the sleeve, and then I come here and switch, and I like to play this half spider 50-50, and then I'm able to bring her back down. So that's another reason. It's preemptive. Let's turn. So if I'm able to control the sleeve, she can't attack the foot. I have options if she does stand up, but look what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing, guys. I'm going to rock up to the side. I'm going to stand up. There's no threat of foot lock. Okay, I can switch hands on the sleeve while I posture up. Then I'm going to break her leg. And now look, guys, I can just pull my leg out. Let go of the sleeve, and we've nullified the 50-50. One more option from there. We're controlling the sleeve, keeping the elbow tight, turn to the side, rock up over our leg, technical stand-up. Notice how I windshield wiper my back leg when I stand up, so that I stand up with base and I can push into her. Switch hands on the sleeve, push on the leg, let go of the sleeve quickly, grab the leg, and now I can either pull her legs back for that knee on belly or come back for that leg drag, guys. And then I pummel and start to come up and attack the leg drag. So guys, a bunch of moves, and this video was more to teach you some of the principles that you can apply universally from the 50-50 as opposed to specific techniques. The idea is to try to stand up, get to that hip where your leg is free, and try to create movement so that you can just get out of the position and start to attack. 50-50 can create situations where it's very difficult to utilize movement and even pressure, and it can, like many of us know, stall out a match, and it's super boring. I honestly, I'm not saying 50-50 is boring. I've been submitted from there, I've submitted people from there, but when you don't know what you're doing and you get stuck there and you're kind of at a stalemate because you're just holding on, it's not fun, right? You end up spending the rest of the round there. So I encourage you to try to be aggressive and try to get out. Try to be the aggressor and try not to risk too much if you're in the academy. If it's a tournament, you know, and it's the finals and you're up, do what you got to do to win. I'm a big believer in that. But if you're rolling in the gym and you're spending 5 minutes in 50-50, don't try to get out. Try to learn. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions about the video, leave them in the comments. I'd love to interact with you guys. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you have any cool 50-50 escapes yourself, let me know. I'm always looking for new stuff. This is a lot of the stuff that I've done most of the time. I'm going to be making some more videos on passing the 50-50 with some inversions and some other cool tricks that I like to utilize. So stay tuned for that. Thanks to my wife, Bruna. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. It really helps me grow this channel. Hit that little notification bell so you can stay notified when I make new videos. And as usual, always, guys,